Hey YouTube, you must be wondering what are we doing in this beautiful property today. Today we will show you how a staging consultation looks like, but behind the scenes, something that you don't have opportunity to see very often. And guess what? A staging of almost $3 million home requires almost $3 million stager. So that's why we have Becca over here to help us out with the process here. And Becca, why we do stagings at all?
Because staging just simply makes the house look better. It's proven actually that once you have a home staged by a professional, it sells for much, much more and it sells a lot faster.
Are you ready to see it? Let's go. So we want to show you how this 1427 4th Street Northwest, almost 6,000 square feet home can look like. Becca, what can you tell us about it?
I can tell you right now that this furniture is way too large for the space because there's a big table here. As you can see, your eye is drawn to the floor instead of these amazing high ceilings. So what I would do is I'd probably set a nice couple chairs in here, get a couch that goes up against the window, get rid of that god-awful fake plant that is just blocking your view of the fireplace. Maybe get some smaller artwork that matches all of the furnishings of the home and then call it a day.
That's awesome. So off here, we're right at the entrance with a nice formal living room. And we have, I think, gorgeous dining room, don't you agree?
The table is nice. Not for the space, but the table is nice. You have this, you said this is a $10,000 chandelier and there's nothing to reflect it. So your eye goes to these big black chairs. It doesn't go to the $10,000 chandelier. So what you want to do is you want to get something that's light, something that might be metal, something that matches, again, the accents. We have a lot of gold accents in here, but all of the hardware is silver. So you want something that matches that as well. So I would do a clear glass table so that the light is reflecting through so that it automatically just boom opens up the space because it is really large. It's really nice.
Let's move on to the family room here.
Oh boy. Yes. So this family room is really nice for grandma's house. It looks very nice, but my biggest issue with this is not actually the furniture. It is this painting. Because what you want to do is you want to measure out levels. You want your eye to be balanced. You want the room to be balanced. You already have these gorgeous built-in cabinets. This is completely taking away from the contrast of what it's supposed to show you, which is the length of the room. So all of this, I'd keep the table. The table isn't bad, but all of this other furniture would go. I'd do a nice sectional. I'd maybe do a little love seat here. You could completely get rid of this chair if you wanted more of a family room aspect. If you wanted a TV room, swap the sectional on this way, put a big TV over there. Done.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
I love this kitchen. The bar stools aren't bad. I don't mind the bar stools. I don't like the height of these because these are already very, very low, which this, let me just show you. How much better does that island look? Does it look larger?
Sure does.
Exactly. So what I would do is I'd maybe put a couple of nice little wine bottles out, maybe some fresh cut flowers. That's always really nice. Get rid of this completely. There's no need to show any sort of clutter on the counter space at all. People want to see open. People want to see what they can do with it. If you're going to have any clutter in the kitchen, simple, nice tea kettle on the burner will do the job just great. All right, so now this room they have staged as an office, which is not a terrible idea, though it is a bedroom, does have the ensuite, does have the closet. It's a nice office. It could also be a really nice play space for children. It could also be a really nice guest bedroom. I know it is right off the main floor, but it's great to have options. So this is an anything room. That's what I like to call it. So this is not the right setup for something like this. This chair is very large, so I would get a regular office chair, put it in there. This desk isn't terrible, but I'd maybe do a nice black metal, just showcase something, have maybe a laptop or some books on it. Then this seating area over here, You could do something much, much smaller that also matches the modern decor of this home. And yeah, you could do tons with this space. Like I said, you could also do just a little twin bed here. You could have so many options. Yeah, this is an everything room, but there's a lot that is being done in here and it's not the right way.
So just imagine what else can be done over here, right?
It's endless possibilities, really, truly. You could, like I said, if you have small children and you don't want them playing over there in the dining room, have a space where they know that that's theirs, where they can come on the main floor and make a mess out of the room, so you don't have to worry about your nice table books or your nice whatever getting messed up by kids.
Let's go upstairs.
Beautiful. Thank you. Now this space is probably one of my favorites just because of how unique it is. Not a lot of places you walk into their upstairs and you immediately see a giant fridge, you see a gorgeous laundry room, you have this dry bar here, you have a bookshelf, you have everything.
Right, and 4 bedrooms up here as well.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It's gigantic.
Right.
This place is massive. The opportunities are endless, honestly. So the only thing, I'm just gonna do us all a favor and get rid of that right now. That's not a decorative book that goes there. What we could do, we could have lots of decor, lots of books. We could put some nice like potpourri, something like that. Just something with a little bit of color, a little bit of contrast that isn't peacocks possibly. Maybe some nice candles. You could also, as a living space, put lots of family photos here. You could put memorabilia of your kids. If they have little art projects and sculptures, you could put that in there. If you don't have any kids, you can put your collections. You can put whatever you want in here. This is the best space for it because it's showing it off, but it's not in your face and it's no clutter, you know?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah, and then this bar is actually wonderful. I love it here. This is my favorite place. Catch me here later. Yeah, the big laundry room is gorgeous. I love that. I appreciate the little things. Oh, I do not appreciate this though. So we have a big, open, modern, gorgeous suite. All of these are masters up here, so you can really do anything with any room. But this big, bulky, rustic furniture is not what you want to do in here. You could do a modern tufting. So you see how this bed is tufted? You could definitely do a modern tufted bed. You could do something with more fabric. You could do something that goes all the way up because the ceilings are gigantic. I would do smaller end tables as well, side tables, not end tables. I would do smaller side tables as well, just because it is a lot of space, but because of how large these are, it looks a lot smaller. Like this room is huge, but because the furniture is so big, and yes, I believe the king size bed.
It is.
Yeah, so with a king size bed, you really got to be careful with what furniture you're putting beside it because the eye is drawn to the giant length of the bed, which is great for showcasing how big a room can be. But these just make it go so much smaller, especially in photos.
Right, and we can add some artwork over here, some nice decor.
Yeah.
What would you suggest? What do you think?
Decor and artwork?
Yes, right.
I would probably do some simple, modern black and white. Like, you know those paintings where it looks like someone just took a black paintbrush and went like this all over it?
Right.
But it looks really nice, it looks really cool, it looks really clean. It'll bring a lot of light into the room. It'll reflect the light from the windows as well because the white bounces off of it. I would also do white sheets. I wouldn't do anything yellow. I would keep it clean. If you want maybe a nice throw to add some color in it, some nice throw pillows. You never want your sheets to be dark because that doesn't look clean. So automatically when you look at this bed, you're like, I don't really want to sleep there. But you know, when you get to a hotel, nice crisp white sheets, nice throw pillows, and you're just like, I want to climb in there. That is my home.
All right, so we're in a second bedroom on the upper level out of 4.
See, now this bed frame isn't terrible. This is what I was talking about. So something like this is fantastic because it's long, it's big, it shows the bed, but it doesn't completely dwarf the space. Again, these side tables and the unnecessary lamps and the floor lamp as well that doesn't go with any of the furniture it's just clutter at this point. So you could do something simple, you know, those exposed light bulbs that look kind of rustic but are also super modern. Do something like that with just a plain stand metal. Again, the sheets, get rid of them, make them white, make it clean, make it look like something that someone wants to come lay down in. There's a lot of throw pillows, which I love, but it looks like 1960 Versace, and this is not a 1960 mansion. This is modern. This was built in September, you said?
It was finished just in September 2020.
Yeah, brand new. You don't want to age it. And again, with these big side tables, I don't understand the point of them. I would do something simple, something that's maybe half the size, a little tiny lamp. You could also do something cute like a clock on there. Keep it very simple, very modern. All right. So in here, we got the sheets. We got the good sheets in here. I don't hate the frame, I just hate the detailing of it. These gaudy gems don't apply to everybody, and that's something that you need to keep in mind when you're staging a home. Someone my age who comes in here and sees this is gonna go, oh my God, this is my dream bedroom. Someone who's my dad's age is gonna come in here and go, oh my God, this is my worst nightmare. Like there's sparkles everywhere. There's sparkles on the handles of these. There's sparkles on the handles of those. It's very gaudy and you just need to tone it down a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily put a dresser here because there is a massive walk-in closet right behind me, and all this is doing is making the space small. When you have big furniture in a smaller but not small room by any means, it's just gonna completely dwarf the size. I do love the idea of a mirror here because again, it reflects the light. So I would just keep the mirror, get rid of this. If you really need to accentuate the fact that there's closet space, throw a couple pairs of shoes, throw a sweater on a hanger, something nice, just to show that that is where clothing goes. If you really need to, I don't think you do, but if you would like to, that's a great way to showcase it. And then again, we found a theme. We got these nice, big, blocky bedside tables. So get rid of those completely. I do like the idea of gray in the bedroom. Any neutrals always look great, but you could always go with something that's just like a little lighter, a little pop of color. You could maybe add some blues, add some purples, add something a little moody because it is a bedroom. But I wouldn't do much with this besides get rid of all of the gems. Defeminize it a little bit. There's a lot of personal things in here that don't go for everybody.
Let's go into a master bedroom on the upper level.
So my main problem with this master bedroom is just because of the size of the bed frame, it looks smaller. It looks smaller than the other rooms. Because this bed frame is so large that it cuts into the windowsill, you get less light. So what I would do is I'd completely get rid of the bed frame. I'd do something, you could do something wooden, but I would do something with the simple metal wired back to it so that you can see how big the walls are, you can see right through it, you can have some nice throw pillows up against it. I would keep a bench. That looks great, it looks awesome, and especially it looks high-end and luxurious in a master bedroom. Again, we have a big dresser when there is a giant walk-in closet just in through the ensuite. This painting is not hung, so your eye level is drawn down again. So you just need to bring it up. You could do something nice here like an entertainment system just to show that there's more possibilities because people, it's 2020, people like to have TVs in their bedrooms, and even if they don't like to have clutter in their bedrooms. Yeah, I don't hate these bedside tables as much as the other ones simply because you can see through them so they look less big. But again, I would do something that's just simple. No one needs to have the ability to keep that much stuff next to their bed. Because you know what? You're gonna do it. If you have the opportunity to put clutter beside your bed, you're going to. That's just human nature. So what you wanna do is just keep it small. Keep it with something that maybe has a little drawer in it so that you can keep your essentials next to your bed. But don't keep anything where you can clutter because you will. We're human. You're gonna put your books that you're currently reading and that you were previously reading. You're gonna put all of your charging cords. You're gonna put work beside your bed at that point. No one needs an excuse to put work beside their bed, ever. Well, the best part about this orchid is there's a tag on it. So if you would like to return it to HomeSense, you can, which I would recommend you do, because how often do you actually put flowers in a bathroom? Never. You could get a really nice soap dispenser. You could get a single flower just to show that there's some life in the bathroom, but I would never put a fake plant right in the sink where all of your stuff is supposed to be, where you're supposed to showcase how nice and open the counters are, how much space there is for your actual stuff. But this just has no real necessity. You could also do a bunch of crystal jars with even like some cotton pads or something just to showcase what a bathroom should do. You want to keep a nice bright towel, maybe add some color in here because there is a lot of white marble, which is never a bad thing. But I would love to throw just a little towel on here that has some color into it just to show some contrast. All right, so again, we have some lovely orchids from your local HomeSense that are just taking up so much room. When you take it away, if you were to put a nice soap dispenser, problem solved. This room automatically is so much bigger. This towel is also a little bit big. You can see that they've folded it over, so it's just a little bit big for a little hand towel, but I'd put something a little less fluffy, still luxurious, but something less fluffy, a nice soap dispenser, and then just leave it. Bathrooms are easy. You don't want to overdo bathrooms because the simplest things make the biggest difference.
And here in the basement, we do have full bar, theater, entertainment room, and 2 additional bedrooms. Entire basement has in-floor heating. It is just amazing. And let's see what Becca can tell us what we can improve over here and make this space to unlock the potential.
So, simple improvement would be adjusting the height of these. So I don't know if you can, but if you could bring it up so that it is a proper bar level, because no one's gonna sit down at this height. Imagine eating a snack after work at this height. Exactly, bring it up.
I think we figured it out.
Yes, I'm not a rocket scientist, so bring them up. I would maybe have some appetizers, fresh baked cookies. Real estate tip, if you put a little bit of vanilla onto the burners and burn it, it smells like fresh baked cookies, makes people feel more like home. Little things that people don't really think of, like showing this as an entertainment space. I'd maybe have one of these laid back. You know, have a little side table here with a drink, maybe a bowl of popcorn, just to show that this is an entertainment space. This is a movie theater. This isn't just some recliners. This is your home theater. You'd have to do something more. And of course the projector is getting put in, so this is just temporary. We know that. We're gonna have a nice projector over here, a big screen that comes down, but I would do a little bit more with this just to show that it is a comfortable home theater space.
As you can see over here, there is a huge pool table. No, you don't see it here, but it can be here, right? Pool table or ping pong or
you could even do a lower level dining area. So if you wanted, if you had maybe a kids party, or if you had all of your family over for Thanksgiving, there's a lot of kids, you don't really want to deal with them, send them down here, have a little area where they can sit and eat. Or have a set of play place for them. Just set up a little play area where they can just hang out. You could also, like you said, take full advantage of this being an entertainment space. Throw a pool table in here, throw a ping pong table. You could have darts set up. You could have so many things. It just depends what you're into. You could have an old school gaming arcade set up down here. You could have an old school Pac-Man machine. Should we just rip the Band-Aid off and go?
Let's go.
Let's go to the downstairs master, which, as you can see, is staged exactly like that. So this room is my biggest hurt. This is staged as a fitness room, but it has that gorgeous steam shower, so it would be the master suite down here. They've left the cardboard on the mirrors, which is a big no-no. But what I do down here is I'd put maybe 2 single beds instead of this, showcase how big the room really is, showcase that it could yet again be another guest bedroom, it could be a bedroom for your kids, it could be just when you get into a fight with your wife and instead of the couch, you come down here. You could set it up with, again, a queen bed, a king bed, just something. I'd do a little reading area over here. If you were to do more of a child's bedroom, you could have a single bed or a double bed up against so that it's facing the door. You could have a desk over here. You could have their books over here. You could do anything with it besides this.
It just shows how many things can actually be done here.
Exactly. There's so many rooms and there's so many possibilities. Okay, in here, would you believe we have another bed frame that doesn't go with the decor of the house? And a lovely throw blanket that looks like a scarf from Harry Potter. And some big wooden side tables. Again, I don't know why they love these big side tables so much, but I don't. I really don't.
What would you put in there?
Just something simple. Honestly, you could even just leave this without a side table. Just get rid of it completely. Have one on that side so that it's a little bit off balance because you do have a closet in here. It shows that when you open this door, where's it gonna go? That just, people are gonna come in and look at that and go, well, there's not enough room for the door to even open. So get rid of that completely so that you can open the closet, have the space, show people what they can do with it. Put something maybe a bit taller over here, have a shorter bed frame because the ceilings aren't as high as the ones upstairs. So have a shorter bed frame that maybe comes down to here. Have a nice piece of artwork that goes up there. Something taller over there, and then again, artwork over here. Just keep it simple.
And this is the last space in this room over here. It is like a small family room, playroom, entertainment room. What do you think? What we can improve over here? What we can change? And what this room can be used as?
We just have a lot of big furniture in here, so it automatically makes the room look a lot smaller than it is. I would completely get rid of all of the furniture. I would get rid of the couch idea. I would maybe put some nice little tables and chairs, a nice little coffee table, maybe set up a board game. Have 2 comfy chairs, nothing this big though, because this just looks like a giant eyesore. So you want something that's sleek and comfortable, that looks appealing, but that also doesn't look like the space is really small. And then as far as this decor, this just does not look good at all. If you want to do a plant, do something that's simple, do something that's smaller. Don't do 2 plants in a row, please. Showcase different things on different spaces. Do a nice decor, not something that holds cupcakes for the kitchen. This would look great over there by the bar where you do serve food. But put something here that has a meaning. Put books, put family photos, put photos of your dogs, put photos of something that isn't that. And then make sure that you have some balance. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. It does not have to be the same. But you have something this big over here and something that small over there. It just doesn't look right. And then there's nothing up here and everything up there. So just make it simple, but make it nice. Just put maybe some nice decorative objects, you know, not a vase this big though. Not that big.
I love the vase though.
The vase is really nice, just not for here.
Well, thanks for joining us for these staging consultations, and Becca, thank you for everything.
Of course, it was my pleasure. Hopefully me being here will be able to showcase people what they can do with this space and help them envision themselves in this gorgeous home. It's just not at its potential right now, but hopefully someone can take it there.
It sure will. And if you would like to schedule a private tour for this property at 1427 4th Street Northwest in Calgary, give me a call.